Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be my top 10 stocks as we head into Tuesday, August 26th. This will be a technical analysis breakdown, so if you are someone that uses charts within your trading, or maybe you're interested in just learning more about charts and how they can be used as a tool to help make good decisions as a trader, this will be a video for you. First off, a couple clarifications. Number one, the candlestick that you see right there will be moving around and changing. That is because the market's still open for a small amount of time. But I like to do these videos when the market is still open because sometimes we can capture some really interesting late day price movement. Second, I'll be using the 30-minute time frame, meaning each one of these candlesticks here represents 30 minutes worth of time. So ticker symbol number one here, OPEN. Been tracking this one very routinely, and once again, big movement today, although now the chart is very tricky to talk about from a presentation standpoint because there's a lot of perspectives that go into it. If you're some sort of day trader, flipper, scalper, whatever you want to call yourself, and you're buying somewhere up around this area of the chart, and again, you're a day trader, scalper, then yeah, for you, the chart is looking very, very bad because there was indeed quite the big pullback here. With that said, if you care about things from more so the bigger picture point of view, then overall, everything is still perfectly fine. And how can I say that? And let's just look at this level here that I talked about in Friday's video, but right here at $4.50. And I'm not saying this is what's going to occur, but let's just say for illustration's sake that the price does come down here, behaves like that, and then starts to curl back upwards. Now, from emphasis here on big picture, from the big picture point of view, what would you have? Well, you'd have a set of lows here. You'd have lows here, you'd have lows here, you'd have lows even down here. And if you envision each one of these as stair steps, well, then these stair steps are still progressing in the upwards direction. And that's what you want to see. From a big picture standpoint, no price can go straight up. No price can just go higher and higher every single day. You do want to see progress being made. And this is where, as long as those higher bases are being built, then you have progress being made overall, extended periods of time. Again, I am well aware that if you're some sort of day trader or scalper and you bought up here, then yeah, you don't care about those stair steps. So that's why I'm trying to hammer home the distinction between more of a day trader and somebody that cares about things from the bigger picture point of view. So overall, price still above 450, and that's going to be a key dynamic to watch. In terms of areas of resistance, if the price does try to head back upwards, let's get this into, there we go. Initial key area of resistance if the price does try to return back up right around $5.45. But again, assuming you care about the bigger picture, everything is still bullish. Next one here, IXHL. This will mean a little bit more to those of you that watched the video from Friday, but if you did, hopefully you remember me talking about that pattern, and you can see this morning got the break of the pattern, and then from there, just absolutely beautiful, beautiful breakout. And now we basically have a case of deja vu because we have the pattern once again, same exact pattern. But it's a good situation when these patterns form themselves one after another because that implies that the overall chart is still making overall progress in the upwards direction. So let's get this pattern drawn into play. We have our area of resistance right there. Have our area of support. Let's change that to green. And then just to make sure the pattern's easiest to see, let's keep it all one color. So we have our resistance. We have our support. We have the big move up right there. We have the golf hole down here, and this would be a bull pennant pattern. Now, just because something's bullish does not mean for sure guaranteed it's going to go upwards, but is it valid? Is it logical to think that if the price consolidates out and then makes that sort of move, that sort of movement could create additional buying pressure? Again, not guaranteed to happen, but certainly a valid question to throw out there. So if you like penny stocks, you like bull pennants, keep an eye on it. Next one here, INHD, absolutely monster move on this one, but we have ourselves another one of those patterns. So in the spirit of just trying to respect your time, I'm going to go through this a little bit quicker because you just heard me talk about it. But like I said, still get it mapped out here. Change that to green. And then just because I can't help myself, let's keep it all the same color. So we have our resistance. We have our support. We have the nice upwards move right here. We have the golf hole down here. So we are looking at another bull pennant pattern. So again, not guaranteed to go up, but it is a nice overall pattern. So if you maybe don't like penny stocks, but you like stocks more so in this price range and you like bull pennants, well, now you have a couple of choices. Next one here, OSRH. And again, I'm going to go through this quickly because you literally just heard me talk about it, but it's one of these days where you have quite a few of these patterns taking place. So there's our area of resistance. Here's our area of support. And then again, keep it one color, resistance, support, big move up, golf hole down here. We have ourselves another bull pennant pattern. So if you're a lover of bull pennants, like I said, you have quite the buffet here moving forward. Next one, NIO. And this is like open OPE and the first one where it's all about perspective. Day traders, flippers, scalpers that bought right there and are hoping to buy and sell within a few minutes. Yes, the chart looks like a train wreck to you. But even with the bigger pullback here, from the overall standpoint, the chart still has plenty of opportunity to build a higher base. So I'm not saying the price is going to go down here and touch this level. Just for argument's sake, let's say the price does actually pull back a little bit more and goes down to that $6 mark. So it comes down to $6, behaves like this. Again, from an overall arching standpoint, where are these other lows at? Well, again, we have, these lows right here. Then you have lows right here, and then you have lows right here, and you have lows even, further down here. And then if you envision these as stair steps, well, then from the big picture standpoint, everything is still very much so in an overall upwards direction. Like I mentioned earlier, I understand day traders that bought right there, you don't care about these stair steps. So that's why I'm trying to make the distinction, though, between an overarching standpoint. So yeah, today, rough day, gap and trap, as you would call it. But think about that word today, as in one day, looking at multiple days, which is what we're doing here. You can see the price does still have the opportunity to overall build a higher stair step. Real quick, want to take a break and help you out with a very common problem that maybe you're suffering with, and that is you want to be a day trader, and I'm defining day trader as having unlimited day trades every single day, but you can't because of that very annoying pattern day trader rule. Well, there is a market out there. There's a way to go about your day trading that actually will allow you to become a day trader for a very small amount of money. Now, I understand maybe this all sounds too good to be true. I get it. It's what I'm doing. And if you do want to see this live because you're skeptical, no problem. But I have been live streaming. I start every day at 11 a.m. Eastern, and then I go for a few hours. So like I said, if you want to come ask me questions, if you want to come see all this right before your very eyes, then definitely come check things out. But yes, please don't think that you have to settle under this pattern day trader rule. If you want to be a day trader, you can become a day trader for not a whole lot of money at all. Next one here, OPAD. And yeah, once again, because it's just one of those days, we have ourselves another bull pennant pattern. So I'm going to go through this quickly again. This one could probably be considered a bull flag, but don't get too hung up in the lingo, as I'll demonstrate here in just a minute. So there's our resistance. There's our support. There's the upwards move. Again, bull pennant, bull flag. You can call it either way, because at the end of the day, the psychology is what matters most. And the psychology is this. Big, impressive move. Now it's pulling back. Now it's consolidating. So then it just becomes a question of, will it get some sort of, break in the upwards direction? So once again, bull pennant, bull flag. Don't get hung up in the semantics. Just understand that this has gotten great movement, great explosion. Now it's consolidating. Will it get another momentum surge on Tuesday? We'll see what happens. Next one, INTC. This one is remaining in the headlines for sure. And as the week plays out, given that we're just getting started, I think this trend line here, I don't know if it'll come into play, but you got to think that that's one that a lot of people have drawn. And I make that comment because when a lot of people have drawn the same trend lines and are watching it, call it a self-fulfilling prophecy, call it whatever you want, it can produce some very interesting dynamics. So, like I said, the price isn't anywhere close to it, but if the price does get up there, that's a very easy, and very straightforward, level to just throw out as, okay, maybe you get some sort of breakout, maybe you get some sort of rejection. So keep an eye on that from more so the overarching standpoint. And then as far as areas of support are concerned, the two main levels that stand out to me are going to be the near term, that purple line right there, that 50 period moving average. Current value of that is at $24.10. And then more so from an overarching important level would be down here, that pink line, the 200 period moving average, right now valued at $22.40. But all in all, like I said, in my opinion, the most interesting dynamic is all about that resistance trend line up there and whether or not the price can work its way back up and then potentially get a breakout. Next one here, TLRY. And yeah, you guessed it, we are looking at another bull pennant pattern. So there's our area of resistance. Now this one looks maybe a little different than some of them. I mean, they all come in different shapes and sizes, but the psychology is the same. So we have our resistance, we have our support, we have the big upwards move, we have the golf hole down here, and once more we are looking at a bull pennant pattern. Next one here, and I feel kind of bad because I try to give variety, but some days it's just the most popular, the most active stocks. You're all pretty much doing the same thing. So right here we have NVDA, and yeah, NVDA today had a great day, very explosive movement, and in doing so has now given us another one of these bull pennant patterns. I mean, but you stop and think about it, today started off pretty rough. The price was all the way down there, and then I hope people were disciplined on the short side because, wow, if you were not disciplined, that movement right there absolutely crushed you. And then that's also what has formed the remainder of the bull flag, bull pennant pattern. Like I said, don't get hung up in the semantics of it because the psychology is what matters most. Very nice move up, doing a little bit of consolidating. Will it get a push in the upwards direction on Tuesday? Grab your popcorn. Next one here, THAR, and I apologize. Sorry, but not sorry, just because that's kind of how it happens. But another huge move up. But after the huge move up, we now have some consolidation forming. And this consolidation is exactly what's now given us, yeah, you know it, another bull pennant pattern. So we have an area of resistance here, support, big move up, golf hole down here. We are looking at another bull pennant. So that wraps up the top 10 list. Again, if you are sick and tired of the pattern day trader rule, maybe you want a market that moves even better. I could see you saying, what are you talking about, Clay? These penny stocks, these small caps, they move so fast. I get where you're coming from, and that's true in some senses, but what I've been doing, it makes even more sense. You can get even better movements, like I said, but that's more than to explain here. So that's what I'll just say, and I'll invite you to the live stream. Starts every day at 11 a.m. So come ask me questions, and come see exactly what I'm doing. But at the core, I know so many people struggle with that pattern day trader rule, and this is a very, very straightforward way to kick that rule to the curb so that you can make as many day trades as you want every single day. So thanks for hanging out, and hopefully I'll see you on the live stream.